to you. This is the 22nd episode of Directly to You. That's right, the podcast we do every single week. Available on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud.com.
Too many things, everything, all of the
everything at this point, everything.
Except for Spotify.
Everything.
Spotify still dragging.
Almost Spotify. And forget all that stuff, because this week we have a very special guest. Please introduce yourself for people.
Hey.
And you instantly knew who that was from that hey.
No, probably not. I'm Jess, or Just Jess. I have a YouTube channel, also called Just Jess. And I do Nintendo stuff, discussions about Nintendo stuff. I play the games, unboxings, which is like my favorite thing right now. But they're not just regular unboxings, they're hype. So if you want Nintendo plus hype, you come visit my channel.
So that's good. So we got like both sides of the puzzle right now. We got Nintendo / informative, Nintendo / hype. So there you go.
Yes, all the reactions over here.
Hype information.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I guess just for people that listen, like what kind of like got you into like the whole, like what made you want to just do this? Yeah.
You mean YouTube or like the Nintendo life?
Both is in.
Well, I was born into it, molded by it. No, but seriously, like,
shoot.
I don't know. I must have been like 3 or 4 when I started playing Nintendo stuff. Like, I grew up with an NES, and I had Mario / Duck Hunt.
See, you're ahead of the curve.
It went from there. I was obsessed immediately.
Respect.
You're ahead of the curve on Logan, because Logan never owned a NES. What your first thing was what, N64?
Yep. Yeah.
Damn. At what age?
I think about 5. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I was born. I was born and stuff just existed in the house. They were just all there. It was like, hey, you went to Sega, you went to the Super Nintendo, well, we're all.
You're lucky. Like me, it was like the NES was my aunt's. Like, it was the one that she grew up with, and she just, like, happened to bring it over sometimes, and then I fell in love right away. Like, even, she had an Atari, she had everything. Right. She'd just bring it over, and I would just run right to it.
Thing that I
was
in
love, obsessed, but to the point where I was so obsessed with it that I was not allowed to have it in the house.
That's a problem.
Yeah, they would not allow me to have video games because I was too in love with it. I didn't want to do anything else. So, like, for years,
interventions.
Years, I was not allowed to have a console.
Intervention early in life.
Yeah. I was a 4-year-old like, no, I don't want to go detoxing.
Like, Jess, it's getting destructive. We got to nip it in the bud.
Like, I'm 4. Like, let me live,
that's
Mom.
Crazy. That's it. I remember a friend of mine had an SNES, but yeah, that's the only time I remember actually playing it. It was kind of like I'll walk in, okay, I'll play this, but at that point, it was already like it wasn't like anything that was like current.
Yeah, it was already a novelty at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, me too. It's like I grew up with all the older stuff. Like, I guess I was born in 92, so what generation am I born with? I mean, Nintendo 64 was like almost coming out.
That was like what?
But it was like towards the end of the Super Nintendo era, I guess. And but my neighbor had everything. So like my neighbor, I just go over there all the time, and he had like every game. That was heaven for me.
Man.
It's like, I'm not allowed to have it. I'm gonna go to the neighbor's house all the time.
For the most part, I think I was the neighbor, where it was like, I was born. I mean, I was born a year after you. I was born in '93, and the first thing that we had, I think. Like, again, this was before my time. I wasn't alive when this was purchased. Was the Sega Genesis. We had like NES and all that other stuff later. But the SNES was the first console that I remember got bought and sent to us, and it was relatively new because it was the redesign. It was the I think it's called the 101 model or something like that. That was released like a couple months before, or maybe even after the N64, and then we got an N64 soon after that. So,
and the rest was history.
Cool.
Yeah, just a little much. just on the YouTube side, like what inspired that or made you want to like I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna dive in here.
I mean, in college I was in media arts. So I was learning how to use Audacity and how to record things nicely.
You were becoming a creator.
Edit.
So
Yeah. Before it was really a thing too. So then, I mean, really, it was like angry video game nerd that started it all for me. Like I would go on YouTube just to watch him. Like I didn't even know anything else existed. I just happened to find his channel and I was like, okay, YouTube, let's go. And that's it. I would just watch his stuff, and then I was like, one day I want to do that. But at the time when he was like, he just started, it was like impossible to record footage. He would like plug the console into a VCR, into something else, into his PC. Like it was the craziest setup ever. And I'm like, I'm never going to be able to do this. Oh my God. And then all of a sudden there was this thing called the Pinnacle. And it was like one of the first easy access things that you could just buy at Best Buy to record footage. This was like back in the Wii days.
That long ago? Jeez.
Yeah. So I would record like brawl footage.
Oh, yeah.
Respect.
And I would just do it for fun with my cousin. And then it kind of just evolved from there. It was like, hey, wait a minute. I learned how to record audio. We can totally record our voices and the gameplay at the same time. And then eventually I got a camera and, you know, just kept going from there.
Because your most popular video is a Smash Brothers video, correct?
See, I like her already because she respects Smash Brothers and she knows how great of a like series it is, and you know, it's just awesome.
Smash is life, my friend. Oh yeah. I think that was like the game that just messed me up hard.
That was post-intervention, right?
Yeah, like I was an addict.
So like after that, you were like, okay, there's no going back.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I mean, when I was finally allowed to have a home console again, it was the N64, my beautiful, fantastic series, Gray Purple N64, with a copy of Smash Bros. That's all I was allowed to have.
The Gray Purple N64, man, I forgot about those, and that's crazy.
Smash Bros. Is one of the very few good N64 games. It's limited.
Well, that's a conversation for another day, probably. Yeah.
But I'm slowly easing everybody into the conversation. They'll accept it eventually. But Smash Bros. Like I said, Smash Bros. Is a good one, so we're good. It's fine.
Yep.
Okay, so that's cool. Thank you for sharing that story. And we all love Nintendo. And speaking of Nintendo, we have some Nintendo E3 leaks. Now these seem to seem a little bit more. Let's seem to have a little bit more. You know, possible. Some of these,
I would say
some of these we know for some. Well, some of these we know for sure.
Yeah, at this point,
for sure,
I would say that this leak is pretty legit, just because of some of the stuff that's in it, and then stuff that happened after it came out. So the major giveaway. I don't want to. I talked to Jess about this before we did the podcast. In the opening, like, hey, you want to do the podcast? Where it's like I don't want to dive into it completely because she doesn't really like dive into. Yeah, I
don't look at leaks and rumors. I try to avoid them as much as I can.
I
usually
keep her purity because I adore it. So the biggest thing, which I don't know, maybe this surprises some people. Maybe this is the Splatoon footage in the Smash reveal. Maybe this is like what? But for me, it was a foregone conclusion. Fortnite is the game that's looking like a definite. Because soon after this leak, which is it's a document that has a bunch of logos. Some of them are new logos. Some of them are like have logos for games that we also know are coming. Like FIFA 19 was officially announced and revealed for Switch. So everything else around it, there's one big-ish new thing. Two, I would say, three. There's three biggish new things. Three. Because most of these are either what is this, or this game already exists elsewhere, or this game was announced already. Like Tennis Aces is on here. Starlink, which was announced at last year's E3, is on here. Monster Hunter is on here. Monster Hunter Ultimate. And I'm not sure if this means that these are necessarily like at Nintendo's showing. It's just games that are on the document. So, like, this could be Treehouse Live coverage, you know, because it's like, in my mind, why would you even talk about Tennis Aces at E3?
Right, yeah, true.
Yeah, it's true.
So, I mean, what's your thoughts on Fortnite, Jess?
I have never played it, and I'm trying to keep it that way. I'm sorry.
Good, stay away from it.
I don't know. I mean, okay, that's not totally true. I guess I'll try everything once. I guess most games. I've seen some people play it. It's interesting. Funny enough, I think PUBG is probably more interesting.
I agree with you completely.
I'm sorry, guys.
See, we have a weird history with Fortnite. So we've done 2 videos vaguely kind of covering Fortnite, not directly saying this game is great or this game is whatever. It's more so covering Fortnite through the lens of a Nintendo fan. So the first video that we did on Fortnite was like, I don't know if we really need this game. Why doesn't Nintendo just do this genre? Maybe they could do something better or something more unique and tailored to us as Nintendo fans. That got negative reactions, and everybody was like, we do need Fortnite. We need Fortnite. It's the best game, and everybody needs to play it.
Yeah, dude, everyone loves it right now. Why would you even try going that path?
So I recently did a video about how I think that Nintendo should take notes from Fortnite in terms of marketing for Smash Brothers. That didn't make people very happy, mostly because they saw, mostly because they saw that, like YouTube truncates titles. So it said Super Smash Brothers for Switch has a lot to learn from Fortnite. And it just
that was it,
right? So people took that as, I wanted Smash Brothers to be a battle royale game now, which is not I like explicitly said in said video, no, that's not the case. But the internet likes meme and stuff, so they took that out of context, screen grab, and then like
if you clarify yourself for like 10 minutes of the video, but the first 2 seconds is you saying something crazy. They will only take the 2 seconds. Hang on, because it happened after. It's already too late, honey.
They didn't even take the 2 seconds. They didn't even click to watch the video. They clicked the video and paused the video. Because the first thing out of my mouth is like, no, this is not. It's disclosure immediately. They looked at the thumbnail and saw Thanos and Mario and was like, oh, he's saying that he wants Thanos in Smash Brothers, where it's like, no, Thanos is there because Thanos is a temporary promotional character, and that's something that
yeah, oh my god, it's getting worse. So it's evolved,
that sort of thing. So it's like they clicked on that, and then they saw that, and then they disliked, because stuff like, you ever hear of Game Theory Rejects on Twitter? Game Theory Rejects on Twitter basically takes like game theories or people that like make other like titles that are like sensationalist, like where it's like like Sans is Ness, like that type of stuff. They'll tweet that out, and then everybody will be mad at it, like, oh, this is a stupid title, blah blah blah, stuff like that.
He just tries to trigger people.
So they tweeted that out, and everybody flooded the video from that. And I'm just sitting there like everybody's commenting, and there's some people that watch the video and they're like, this title's bad, but the video's good. And then I'm like, the title's not bad, because the full title describes the video perfectly. It's about why Smash Brothers could learn from Fortnite's marketing. Obviously, any game should be willing to take notes from literally the most successful game in the current industry. Like, it's literally the game that everybody's talking about, love it or hate it. It's the thing that if you talk about a video game right now to anybody that pays even vague attention to any type of media, they know what Fortnite is. So it's like, I don't know. Hey, if I can get that and everybody knows what youtube.com/fanatixfour is in that same way, I'm taking notes, So yeah, people got mad, and I'm sitting there and I'm keeping the title the way it is just because of that. Like, just off of principle, where it's like, no, the title's honest. It's not clickbait. It's truthful. It just made you mad because you got mad at the video that you made up in your mind.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, that's your own fault.
Yeah, I'm just convinced people's attention spans are like that of a flea or something like that. I don't know. It's crazy out here. Because like even in the beginning of the video, you're like you explained like, I don't think you guys are gonna understand what this video is about. And sure enough, but
because that was the thing. I was like, in the beginning of the video, I usually do like, well, I mean, you've seen a couple of my videos, so it's like I open the video with some type of like commentary on what I think the comments are going to be, or thoughts that I have that sum up the video in some way, in like a meme-y like joke kind of way. So it was like, I opened the video with most people that comment on this video are going to have no clue what it's about, because they immediately read the title and they comment on it. And that was, a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yep. You're good. You get YouTube.
Unfortunately.
You get the audience.
So, So yeah, that's how that happened. I know a lot of people. I felt like that needed to be addressed because a lot of people usually we talked about this in our last podcast because that's just the format of this podcast. But people are like, it really blew up after that, and people are like, all right, you gotta talk about this, like.
Yeah, sometimes like bad publicity is not a bad thing. Like seriously, it's no joke. Because even me, one time I reacted to a Smash character being announced for the first time, and I was a bit upset in the beginning. I was like, no, like. Because it was a Fire Emblem character. So it's Corrin.
Oh, okay.
Go out and say
I was about to ask you what character it was.
I wasn't super excited. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't super excited about it in the beginning because I was like, oh, it's going to be another swordsman. Right. That's not really cool. But then we actually found out about the character and why it was unique and whatever. So it's like, oh, okay, it's not just a regular swordsman. He's actually super unique.
Actually, I still don't like Corrin.
Like, he turns into a dragon and everything, so it's like totally different.
I don't like Corrin to this day.
You get trashed by Corrin.
I don't. Corrin is...
Why?
Corrin is just ridiculous.
Because he gets trashed.
Listen. The reach is ridiculous, and then that daggone counter pisses me off.
If anybody's broken in Smash Brothers currently, it's Bayonetta. Bayonetta's the only one that we need to
Bayonetta.
That's it. Yeah, like everyone was happy about Bayonetta, but Bayonetta's like plus S tier.
It's like good luck getting out of a combo. But anyway, we're kind of veering off. But yeah, that was
anyway, I'm just saying, like, I brought that up because I got a lot of criticism and negative comments and like so many thumbs down to the point where I think the thumbs up and thumbs down were like 50-50. It was like a battle. It was like Dragon Ball Z happening right there.
Right. So, if only you knew. You're so innocent. No, our video has a 30% like ratio because of the people that...
Ouch.
Yeah, and that's great. Like,
well, I'm sorry, but it's probably because it's about Fortnite.
What did you say?
So you're getting Google a different kind of audience?
Yeah. It was completely. It was just entirely like just people that saw like Smash Brothers fanboys. You know, like people that just love Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers is the best thing. Everything else sucks. Type of thing, like those type of fans.
The hardcore people.
Yeah.
Right.
Those people flooded the video. Like I said, there's a fair amount of reasonable people, even within that community, that actually watched the video and said something that I still kind of don't agree with in the, like, the title, blah, 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 but the video's good, you know, like, some of them are reasonable, but for the most part, I'd say at least 80% of those dislikes are people that didn't watch the video, which is why I'm rallying for YouTube to allow us to have an option to not allow people to engage with content, comment, like, or any of that until they watch at least a percentage of the video. Because, like, how do you know you like the video if you didn't watch it?
That's true. Right, That's actually really interesting. Especially the people who are exploiting, like, literally they'd be like, yo, what's up, guys? Make sure to like this video. Exactly. Can we get to 100,000 likes? Oh, and it's like, bruh, what do you like? What do I like? There's nothing to like yet. I don't like you.
Yeah. So it's like I don't need the whole video. You know, it doesn't necessarily be 100%. Because, I mean, not everybody watches the whole video the first way through, you know. So it's like,
I think it's just part of the game.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I know, it sucks. Hey, nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
But as far as Fortnite, to that, you know, back to I too am very inexperienced with the game. I played maybe 3 times, maybe.
I literally played the game on 2 occasions. Both of them were streamed to the internet. It's very public that I am not a fan of Fortnite, but I can admit that I respect what it does well, and that's its marketing.
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah.
I mean, I don't even know anything about its marketing, so I need to go watch your video.
It's basically the gist of it is Smash Brothers and Fortnite, they align in a lot of ways where how they market. Like, Smash Brothers is a huge marketing tool for Nintendo and other developers. That's why everybody is falling all over themselves to be like, please put our character in Smash Brothers. And Fortnite kind of showed that potential in putting Thanos in there, where it's like Avengers, Infinity War's a thing. That's a movie that exists. Fortnite's a game that everybody cares about.
That was really smart.
Yeah, let's mix those two together. I was just saying that I think that they could do that with the video game stuff, like stuff that they can't necessarily get the licensing to indefinitely, and just say, hey, this is just a character in the game. Stuff that's harder to get the licensing to. You can be like, all right, well, we don't want to put Sora in the game forever. But maybe if people
just like
like
a limited time thing. That's actually really smart.
Yeah, right.
Like Goku from Dragon Ball's here for 1 week only. Oh my god,
exactly.
people would die.
Dragon Ball Fighters is just released.
Busy.
Dragon Ball Fighters just came out. For a month, you can access Goku. It's like that sort of thing. And then people like it enough, and it generates enough revenue. Then obviously Bandai Namco and Nintendo are like, oh well, we got to put him in the game permanently.
Yeah, it's these things are like so calculated. It's very like they're very meticulous with their steps. Right. Even like putting Thanos in the time where this movie's like people going crazy about it. It was just perfectly timed. I think perfectly executed.
That's why I don't jive well with. I understand the internet, but I don't jive well with it because I don't ride the wave. I fight against it. So it's like I know that the internet hates nuance, and I'm all about it. It's like that's why most of the time my titles are more like complicated. It's not just I love blank. It's usually like this is cool, but blah blah blah. And I'm trying to like give a summary of the video because the video is not just all this is what I think about this thing and it's this black and white thought. It's usually gray, and different tones of gray depending on what the video is about. So it's like,
we need people like you. So do your thing.
Yeah.
And thank you for doing it.
It's a slow burn. But
it's a tough job, but somebody has to do it.
Right. I like it. I wouldn't be as interested in doing YouTube if I was just like, let me pander to your whims. What does the internet think as a whole? All right, let's just echo that in the video and make them feel happy and fuzzy.
There's a lot of channels like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not going to name them, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, on to Jess's video for the week. It was just I loved your reaction.
Thank you.
Just to the whole Pokemon. It's definitely something that was like that's exciting.
It was a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, I felt I felt that roller coaster. That's why immediately I wasn't even all the way through the video, and I was like, I keep saying it like it's purity. Like I'm tainted by the internet, so it's like I'm so skeptical and like jaded and cynical. And you're just like going through all these emotions of like, oh my god, this is Pokemon, this is Pokemon, this is Pokemon.
Oh my goodness,
I don't like this part.
Yeah, I'm just like I live super in the moment, and I'm just taking everything what it is one step at a time and trying to figure it out, and that's it.
Right, and
that's my thing.
It doesn't even feel like an analytical lens of like this is like that frame right there, that didn't look right, that animation's blah blah. You're just like trying to dissect it from like, oh, that was a cool moment, or I don't like that, like top down.
I just like to have fun. I get really excited about things.
Right.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. People think, like, growing up, people always thought I was crazy. They're like, why are you so happy all the time? I don't understand it.
That's a messed up question somebody posed. Like, how are you gonna be mad at somebody for being happy?
See, I wouldn't even say like necessarily that, because like a huge thing that people are like really like cynics such as myself are really like mad about, and I'm not gonna say I'm mad about this. I think it's a stupid thing to be mad about, but people talk a lot about forced positivity, where it's like, I mean, kind of what I just said, where it's like everybody feels like they need to be positive about the things that everybody loves and negative about the things everybody hates. Mm-hmm. The sense I get from you is more genuine than that. It's like you're willing to say, I don't like this part. This part's dumb, but this part's great. It's like, so it's
honesty is like really important in my life.
Right.
I've been lied to by a lot of people, and I don't like it. So I live an honest life. That's it.
I can subscribe to that.
You hear that? She doesn't fake the funk, so respect it and subscribe to her channel and check out her content. Definitely. You no problem. had to give the alley oop. But like you said, just appreciate just genuine people in general, and people that give off positive vibes and good energy. And it's not like we're just gonna do this because it's the cool thing to do. We think it's gonna get people to like us.
Yeah, no.
It's like
no thanks.
Because a lot of times, like, we had on our channel for a long time, we still have. Like recently, I think it was a video we did. I think it was actually your video. Somebody was like, "Oh, I disagree, so I'm not. I'm subscribing." And it's like, like those kind of people that are just like, we don't want people who agree after one video,
right.
or because you're not going to agree all the time. And that just
because I mean, And again, that's an internet thing where it's like a lot of people view content as, it's confirmation bias. It makes them feel good because the person on the screen agrees with their worldview. Whereas with us, it's more we're trying to start a discussion. We're like, hey, here's an idea. agree with it or disagree with it in the comments civilly. You know, it's like
which is awesome. Right. It's fun to challenge people. Like,
exactly.
Even if you're trying to give an opinion that's completely opposite to the norm,
right?
It's like, open up, listen to it. You might actually find something interesting in there and be like, you know what? I actually kind of agree with that. Not the whole thing, but you know, that opened me up to understanding this. Like that's a fun part about conversations.
And it could help you understand even more why you don't agree with a certain thing.
Yeah,
you know, or it's like this reaffirmed what I like about this series.
Yep.
Or what I don't like about this series. And I don't think that that's a bad thing either. Like, I appreciate, and that's why, and we get flack for this sometimes, where it's like, we bring up, I try to make sure that, because a big part of the show is like responding to comments and like engaging that way. I try to make sure that I at least have one comment where it's like, this is stupid, I disagree. You know, as long as it's like some type of like intellectual value to the comment, it's not just go kill yourself or something like that. It's like, I disagree because blah, blah, this is even if they're like, this is a bad video, blah, blah. Because I welcome that. I welcome people to be critical of us. You don't always have to agree.
I think what it comes down to is like some people just never grew out of the whole, like, remember when you were kids and people were like put their finger in the ear like, no, I can't hear you. No. You know, people just they had that in the comments. We see that in the comments.
That's gonna be an emoji soon.
Right. So it just spills over.
Actually, it kind of is with the monkey. I just realized. Hear no evil.
That needs to be an emote, like on YouTube, like YouTube gaming.
And speaking of spillover, we're going to spill over to some of these comments in Jess's video. So,
that's the thing I should have prefaced you on. We do segues on this show.
We do segues, and sometimes
it was beautiful. I loved it.
That was a solid one.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. You can't see me, but I'm doing a bow right now.
We've been slipping on the segues. That was good.
The Samurai Man comments and says, well, we're getting a main series game in the second half of 2019. So even if we don't care for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu / Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, then we just play the waiting game. I hope they keep the same, keep some of the features like co-op and riding Pokemon in Gen 8. That looks cool.
Beautiful. I love that.
When I saw them riding Onix, I was like, this is dope. I was like,
oh my god, like that blew my mind was Charizard, like them riding Charizard, and it looks like, I mean, I don't know, maybe they already passed that trainer, but it looks like Charizard bypasses not random encounters, but trainer battles.
The trainers.
Yeah.
Right,
that's nuts. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, that's cool. So you're not forced to, like, you know, you're like I don't want to, you know, I'm late for something, you know. You just fly over with
if
Charizard.
You're having, you know, the Pikachu poisoned moment and you're rushing in the rain and you're like, oh, my Pikachu's poisoned. I got to get him to the Pokemon Center. You just hop on Charizard and you're like, all right,
yes.
let's get Pikachu to the emergency room stat.
Yo, speaking of this, though, like the whole Onix thing and like having your Pokemon follow you, I was thinking, how funny would it be having Snorlax follow you? But like he's asleep the whole time, so he's on like a wagon or something that you have to pull around.
Oh my god!
How jokes would that be? Like it's like attached around your waist on a rope or something, and you're just pulling a wagon.
The thing that like Electrode, right? Like you know how he like his following animation where. And
he's just rolling.
And you gave me another idea with that where I wish they did random animations that just happen sometimes when you're walking. And like, what if Snorlax, even if we stay with the cart idea, right? What if sometimes Snorlax falls off the cart and he's just asleep, and then you're walking still and Snorlax just isn't there? It's like you got to go back and get him. Like,
that'd be so freaking cool. Crazy.
And then
that'd be so cute.
The one I was thinking about
with attention to detail.
Maybe idle animations actually.
Yeah. I mean, that
would be so awesome. I hope that happens. Yes.
The other animation I was thinking with Electrode was, what if your trainer sometimes forgets that it's Electrode, and he turns around and looks and sees that this giant thing is like rolling behind him. He has like an Indiana Jones moment for a little bit and like runs forward, and he looks around and is like, oh, it's Electrode, I'm fine. That would be so cool. That'd be a lot of work and a lot of attention to detail, but I would be down.
Definitely would.
Something that really impressed me. I was like, when I saw the customizable Pokemon, how you can like change their clothes. I was like, oh, this is cool. You know, add a little style to your Pokemon. I was like, that's awesome.
I think it's definitely just going to be for Pikachu and Eevee though.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, it would be really hard to what's the word? Like, just create outfits for every single Pokemon to be able to fit in. Yeah. Like, obviously, it's like, Onyx doesn't have arms.
Right. Yo, that'd be funny. That'd be funny.
Like, imagine he just has empty sleeves.
And what if all the, like, I mean, they couldn't do this for this reason, but, like, the outfits couldn't be universal because of that. Like, Onyx can't wear a hat. Because he has
they probably just cut around like, okay, Onyx only gets a hat. That's all he
gets.
But
he can't. He has the fin.
I mean, you can freaking put it before the fin.
Stab it through the fin.
Where he wears he wears a hat like T.I. or something.
Or you can just have like a super long, exaggerated like Santa Claus hat, and it like
that's
his
only
thing.
accessory. Is a Santa Claus hat.
Just Santa Claus hat. You don't have any other options. Sorry, Onyx.
Exactly.
Then he has like a mistletoe in his tail.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, why are you festive all year round?
He's like, I don't have a choice. This is all I have. I can only be festive.
See, but that would be a good excuse for them to do that. Like, if they were to ever be like, all right, we're going to, because, you know, like, Pokemon Company a lot of the time, like, they'll start a feature out one way and keep it limited, and then they'll expand it out. Like the following thing, right? It was just Pikachu and Pokemon Yellow, and then eventually we got to the point where it's like, it's everything in Heart Gold. You know? So, like, what if that's their way? Like, here is like, this is their limited sample size of like all 151 Pokemon. You can dress them up in some way. And then eventually, 3 generations from now, it's like, all right, you can dress up all 1,300 Pokemon.
That would be so crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I feel bad for the person who has to make all those outfits.
Hey,
or maybe they love their job and they love making outfits and they're happy.
I'm sure Game Freak pays for them.
I like to think of it that way, if it's going to happen.
Game Freak's like, hey, you want to get paid $100,000 a year to model Pokemon outfits? Okay, here you go.
Yeah, somebody out there wants that job. But still, that's like a lot of investment in that. So probably not going to happen. Sorry, guys.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. I gotta like drop in the realism sometimes. Okay?
No, I don't want real. I want you to be happy and positive all the time.
We want to attach to our dreams all the time.
No, hey man, I told you I'm always honest.
I want confirmation bias. That's why I'm on the internet. No, I'm joking.
Right.
But yeah, we should
I like to have fun and get excited about things and have conversations, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna be really honest.
Yeah,
right?
we gotta be real.
You know, and you know, speaking about having conversations, Jess, I'm glad you brought that up because somebody wanted to have a conversation with you in one of your comments in the video, and this person is Mr.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's another thing with segues that I'm like just now piecing together. It's like segues are supposed to seamlessly transition from one thing to another, and we completely ruin its potential by always acknowledging the fact that we did a segue.
It's so good though; it's hard to ignore.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Jammy Jam says, just like you, I am so excited.
Yes.
Well, they put exited, but they meant excited.
It's okay.
Excited for this game. But it's even better that you can enjoy and play with friends. And I love the Pokeball. I would love taking Snorlax. Oh, we just mentioned I would love taking Snorlax with me anywhere, anytime, with anyone. Hashtag Nintendo Switch. Hype.
See, I'm split on the co-op thing. I like the idea of it. I don't like the execution.
I think it's cool.
I don't like the execution at all because it's just the easy mode. Like it's Cappy. It's Cappy.
Yeah, you don't like how it's like, okay, we just both throw Pokeballs. Like, you can make up for my poor accuracy when I'm throwing this ball and I miss. And
like if trainers were like, all right, like, you know, in Pokemon Origins, Jess probably knows this better than you do. I don't know if you watch this. But when Brock was like, all right, you're about at this level. Let me go over here and get the Pokemon for the crappy trainers such as yourself. Like if trainers did that when they're like, oh, you're with a friend. Oh, all right. Pulling out my friend party of Pokemon. So yeah, what do you guys think about the co-op? Well, I guess Logan, because we know what Jess is.
I yelled about it for a little while, so I think everyone heard what I mean.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. You know, I'll get what I can take as far as that goes. We've been wanting co-op in some area of Pokemon for a long time, and you know, and just having it in this way. I mean, it's not the way that I'd expect. You know, like you said. I also wanted it to be like a thing where it's okay. Now this is okay. You got a friend. Now we're gonna be unforgiving and relentless and make this so freaking. But you know, it's cool. You know, I'll take what I can get in this form. So I'm behind it.
I always love co-op, so I don't know how anyone could hate it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I'm just like, man, that could have been an excuse to make it a little bit challenging.
Right.
Yeah, like the 2v1s. That's just not okay.
Exactly. And I mean, you 2v1 the Pokemon. Like, imagine
that's
poor
not fair.
Poor Clefairy's just like, all right, well, I guess this is just my life now. 2 Pokeballs to my face. Like, that's just messed up.
But even the fights, like, there's straight up 2v1 fights. Like, not just catching Pokemon.
Right.
But, like, you're against a trainer, and you're like, yeah, too bad, my friend's with me. Dude, I'd be yelling for a ref.
And they can't even, it's not even, like, double battles in,
Exactly,
like
that's what I thought.
Yeah, like, it's not like, because usually it's reversed. The NPC is like, all right, 2 people, and then you're like, all right, you want 2 people? I'm going to use 2 Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
But they don't even get to do that. They're just like, no, you shut up and sit down. And you battle my 2 Pokemon.
There should be like this just in each town, I guess, there is a Pokemon 2v1 ref that just comes around. Like he can sense it. He's like, there's a 2v1 going on somewhere, and he comes out of nowhere and he's like, I'll help you, man. Here you go. Exactly. That's it.
Right. That's funny.
That's
they just materialize from the grass like the Pokemon do, where it's just like they dig themselves out. Like, I'm the ref for this battle.
Yeah, he just like has a pair of binoculars that he's always having on him, and he just pops out of the grass. He's like, oh, okay, I'm coming in.
This is my cue.
Yep.
And this is my cue to answer and put into the next comment. The next comment. See, that's the key to get somebody. You wait for somebody to say something, and you just attach one to that. But anyway,
at least you know Logan listens. Like, this is how you get. This is how you get your friends to listen to you. You start a podcast.
I live for this. My new favorite thing.
The Chazzy C says, I don't know. The game looks real fun. It's not even the game that we were told we were going to get. It's basically a stopgate until Gen 8. And it also is getting the casual audience into the main core titles while also selling more Switches. Like, I get the hate for the game, but besides the catching of Pokemon, it seems like a regular, traditional Pokemon game. I can't tell if this person do they like this idea, or are they against it?
Exactly. It sounded really negative in the beginning. It sounded like it was definitely going to go towards hate road, but then it was like, it's not that bad actually. Okay. Like,
it was like a compliment sandwich. It was a compliment sandwich. But in reverse, it was a hate sandwich. It was. This is kind of dumb. You know, it's like this game isn't even what we wanted. I like it. I think it's neat. But I understand why everybody hates it, because it sucks.
Yeah, like we need to dissect it sentence by sentence and then like give our opinion on each sentence individually.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess it looks fun, but it's dumb and I hate it. But it's cool. All right. I'm like, okay. Chazzy, if you're listening, explain what you meant there. Expound on that for a little bit. Yeah. So
it's not the game we were told we were going to get. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
It's not, and they're unapologetic about that, because we're getting the game we were told we were going to get. Like, it's not like we were promised something and they did something else. It's we were promised something, they did something else to give themselves more time, or not even necessarily give themselves more time, but it allows them more time to give the thing that they promised us more polish.
Yeah, because, like, when I did the reaction and everything, I didn't, like, go on Twitter and see that Pokemon posted, hey, new video, check it out. Like, I didn't see any of those announcements. Like, someone told me, like, happened to see it, sent me the video, and then I just reacted to it right away. So, apparently what happened is they're like, hey, new video, whatever, this game. But then afterwards, they're like, by the way, a separate post, there's the main Pokemon game will be coming out next year. Like, it's still happening, but next year. So I didn't even know about that until like hours after I had already uploaded the video. Because I uploaded it at like 3 a.m. So then I slept all day, and then I woke up the next day, and then people were like, dude, you didn't even know about this. It's like, well, I wasn't on Twitter. Of course I didn't know.
Yeah, I know that pain.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not mad. I don't care. Like, if somebody delays a game, that's totally fine with me. Because that just means you're working harder on it. You're going to make sure it's good quality. You're not going to rush it for a holiday release date or whatever. Sega. I mean, anyway, like, I'm a Sonic fan, but like, they mess up sometimes. Anyway, sometimes.
Yeah. Definitely, some developers, I wonder, like, they'll push back a game and end up still being terrible. I'm like, I can't imagine what it would have been if you actually just would have dropped it when you're supposed to. Like, so many games, it's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can't use the segue. We gotta keep talking.
Wait, where were we? I'm sorry, I lost track of where we were before.
So, with me, like, I was the complete opposite of that. I mean, I had the experience of, like, I had to check out because I was waiting for the announcement so I can make my video, and I had to write my video. So it was like I waited for after the announcement. I waited for as much information as I could possibly get before writing and recording and sending it out, because our process is multi-tiered and it's like different editors and stuff like that, so it's like I gotta be like, oh, okay,
it's like we're doing it live,
right? So
respect.
So it's just like, for me, I knew that much, and even then, like, it's still like a lot of stuff slipped through the cracks. Like, they didn't clarify the online situation until the day after. So it's like that part I didn't I mentioned in the video about, like, we don't know how they're going to handle that, but we do know now because they clarified after the fact.
I don't even know still to this point what's happening with online.
So online, so basically the messaging that, like, I'm assuming your friend got was from their Twitter, where they were tweeting everything out, where it's like, hey, this is what's happened at the press conference. Soon after that, they released the press conference on the Pokemon official YouTube.
Wow,
so
I'm such a horrible YouTuber. Oh my god.
so after that, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I respect it. I like I said, I like the purity. So it's like, for, like, even after that, like, their messaging sounded a lot like, we don't know what we're going to do with this. We don't know how we're going to handle online. We're not really talking about it right now. And then soon after that, they were like, yeah, we're going to do online, but it's not going to be involved with Switch Online. We're not going to do anything with that. It might not be paid. And then after that, they were like, we are doing online. It is paid.
Oh, guys.
God,
can you have a meeting about this first? Jeez.
Yeah, like, get your messaging straight, please.
Not a yo-yo. I don't like this.
Yeah,
that's crazy. They're like, psych. It's like,
I was happy for 2 seconds, a total of 2 seconds, and then it's just over. Like, oh, okay, that sucks.
It was like the opposite of, like, the Microsoft, like, Xbox One thing, where it's like, oh, people hate this. Okay, let's fix it. They're like, oh, people like this. Let's make it worse.
Let's ruin it. Money, yeah.
Exactly. It's like, oh, it's free online and it's the same as you're used to, and then it's like, it's not free online, but it's still the same as you're used to, and it's like, it's not free online.
He said,
and most of it is cut
They come
out.
back later. They come back later, guys. We're coming back. The game's gonna be a puzzler. Like I said, what? So you changed. It's like, what?
Like, here's the new trailer.
Turns out,
right, exactly.
It's not actually a game. This
so you know
was a prank. We were just.
We're actually making a nice. So we're actually making a novel. All right, this is what this is.
It's a literature club. What?
It is. AJ, you spoke about your video, and I want to get into that more in depth. So the next segment of this podcast, we'll delve into your video a little bit. Like you said, you had thoughts about, you said after you put the video up, you said they talked about the multiplayer confusingly and at nauseum, right. At that point. I liked how I liked when you mentioned you were like, oh, at the end, okay, 2019, here's what we're gonna get. This is gonna be a Generation 8 game, and how would you like to see the things incorporated, like the riding Pokemon, and if they don't have that in this next game, I'll be pissed.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, because they always do that. Where it's like Heart Gold, it's like, oh man, so this is just going to be a thing that we're always going to have, and then the next game it's like, nope, not having it.
We're taking that back. Sorry.
Just pretend that never happened, because it's never happening again.
You rented that library book. Sorry.
Right, exactly.
So yeah,
you're like, this thing? Nah, you're not getting it next time.
No, they're gonna
freaking.
I think it's about time. It's been enough years since it happened the first time, and then we waited again, and now we finally get it again. Like, why would you take it away again? Stop it.
Just give it to it. And the thing that's worse is that they it's not like they don't have the assets to do this. They model this stuff anyway. Like, there's walking models for literally every Pokemon in Sun and Moon. Every single one of them. And Pokemon don't follow you in that game. It's like, what? Like, and they have them they're 1080p. They have full 1080p following.
They're like, how much power that would require to have them follow you.
They could downscale them and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, in the 3DS game, they have the whole game is rendered in 1080p, and then they downscaled it.
Hey man, if they fit 2 regions in Pokemon Gold, I don't see problems.
There's no excuse. There's no excuse.
Yeah, man, just do it.
And speaking of no excuse, there is no excuse for how long this comment is that I'm about to read. This is ridiculous. Kirby Geek, come on, get this together. this is nothing short of an essay. He cited his sources and everything.
He was writing his own 10-minute long video.
Right, it's crazy. He's scripting his video right here. That's crazy.
Well, better be good.
I got to get a glass of water for this. No, but he said, Let's Go games are an easy skip for me since it's Kanto focused again, and I actually really enjoy battling Pokemon before catching them. I stopped playing Go because I found the catching system to be boring. I'm interested in how they handle trainers in this game. Hopefully, they will let you recatch them and give them a close to a full team of Pokemon. There's actually an online battle system and trading, but they confirm there's no rank battle mode? So that tells me there's a good chance we won't see abilities, natures, and other nerd stuff hardcore fans like. These games are going to do well, but I can easily wait for next year's game. I seconded with wanting Pokemon on the overworld for next year's game, but I still think it would be fine to have some hidden in the grass and such. I also wouldn't be bugged. What? Okay. I wouldn't be bugged with them adding the option to throw your Pokeball after you battle the wild Pokemon. I really thought they would do that for this Let's Go set of games. I also see them making the Let's Go as a second mainline series. That last part's pretty interesting. What if they did this whole whole thing?
He was just agreeing with what I said because I said that they're going to do that. I think that they're going to do that. Where it's like this is their Forza Horizon. You know, they have Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsport.
Oh yeah.
I think that they might do that. Where it's like, all right, let's go. I don't know, freaking Togepi.
Let's go Charizard.
Let's go Togepi and
let's
Meryl.
go whoever you want.
Yeah,
let's go. You
anybody like at the beginning of the game, you want an Onyx as your starter so he can wear outfits. Do it. You got it. Just so you can have your Christmas hat, and that's it.
So let's go Magikarp. No sales.
Hey, I'd buy that.
Hey, people downloaded Magikarp Jump.
Oh, I never got to try that still. I need to do that.
See? Now I'm not confident that you would buy it. You didn't even get the free one.
Hey, man, if it's a full game, we're not just talking about an app here. I'm going to get it, okay?
That's
like,
fair.
Did you hear that they were maybe considering having, like, Let's Go Pikachu, but Let's Go Psyduck?
Yo.
And then they didn't do it because they're both yellow mascots?
Let me do that.
No, seriously, that was the thing. Like, I've heard about that.
No, they should do that. Cool. They should cancel Eevee and then do that and then make the female protagonist Misty. I would be down.
That'd be cool. Because she did have a Psyduck.
Sorry, you hit me in the feels.
Her Psyduck is easily the most famous Psyduck.
Yeah, period. Exactly. That's why I yelled for like 3 straight seconds.
Cancel the game. Yeah. Everybody that's Team Eevee, I'm sorry. It's not going to happen for you.
I'm Team Eevee, damn it.
How dare you?
I know. I saw you in your, ooh, only Pikachu exists. Get out of here.
No, Pikachu's the important one. Pikachu fought for our rights as Pokemon fans.
No comment.
I would say no comment, but there is a comment.
Oh my God. I love it so much.
Okay, and this last comment on his video, Blaster Master. I like your name, by the way.
Nice.
That's really cool.
I like
Blaster
it too.
Master.
I also like the last person's name though. Just side note,
right.
Kirby Geek. I'm one too, so I feel you.
Oh shoot! Yeah. Wait! I had it wrong. There's actually 2 comments. Anyway, there's freaking sorry.
You ruined the.
Sorry, Blaster Master. You'll have to wait.
That was awesome for. Yeah, you have to wait a little bit. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, we got Andre Carter.
Andre 3000. Hey. So big fan.
Oh, we don't like your name as much.
See, I like her even more. That's freaking awesome. And she has taste. Andre Carter. So not an open world.
Change your name to Andre 3000, please, and thank you.
Will the 2019 release free to roam? Also, will there be a difficulty levels and more adult themes? What about character customization, skin tone, more ethnic hairstyles, age, height? I don't know. I'm getting this one for nostalgia purposes. 3D Kanto seems dope.
I actually responded to this comment. I mean, I responded to a lot of these comments. But I responded to this comment and went deeper in the weeds of what do you mean by adult themes? It's Pokemon. You know, like that's got
like Pokemon die.
Yeah, he was like, what if they made like a rated T for teen Pokemon games. Like, I don't know about that. Maybe E10. Like, maybe they did like a more in the vein of like Pokemon Origins. Like they could do that.
Pokemon Let's Go to Band Camp.
your freaking trainer says "damn" one time. E10 or something like.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Everything just cut out. Can you repeat that?
He just said some stupid joke.
Yeah. It
was unimportant. Nobody liked it. Nobody laughed.
All right.
But 3D Kanto, that'd be cool. That's gonna be cool. Yeah. It's gonna be freaking pretty sweet. You know, well, we all get to relive our childhood once again. On to Blaster Master. You know, now you're finally getting your moment in the sun. Which is a longer comment. Again, you guys are killing me over here. I'm really on board with this new duology. Yeah, duology. I haven't cared about Pokemon in years, with Gold being my favorite. Each successor to the last generation is so redundant and predictable that I've seen a number of fan trailers that look like they could be official. If anyone can make an individual Pokemon look official, it's telling me the state of Pokemon. Bringing it back to Kanto is a breath of fresh air, breath of the wild. So it's a breath of fresh air to me. Even in their eyes are way too big. Bring back 90s, Sigimori art, please. I am, however, hesitant, or if not able being able to battle in the wild Pokemon, that may take much of the fun away. Dang, all you guys want to do is beat up Pokemon. All you guys want to do is abuse animals. Come on.
Well, look, okay, the second that I found out that there is the game that we thought was going to happen, but it's happening next year, and they confirmed that it's happening next year, I immediately felt like any worries about Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu lifted. Right? Yeah. It's like, whatever. This is just whatever it is. And I accept it. It's fine. You can have fun and do things differently every now and then. It's cool. We're still getting exactly what we want down the line.
Like, for me, recently, it was a plus because it's basically like Christmas Eve and your parent being like, hey, you want to open one of the gifts? And you open the gift and it's not the one that you wanted specifically.
But it's still good.
But you still got the gift that you want specifically the next day. Yeah. So it's like, we didn't know that we were going to get both. And it's like, I would much rather have this and like this come out this year than to be like, this not exist. And then next year, at the end of the year, is when we're going to get our Pokemon fix on Switch. I'm not down for that. I want Pokemon now. Matter of fact, release Pokemon yesterday.
Well, the thing about it, I feel like recently we had this whole discussion about spin-offs and what games really call for, you know, something different, you know, something out of the vein of what people are used to. Long story short, I'm not going to get into why that discussion was prompted because it pisses me off. But yeah, this I feel like this is an okay thing. There's nothing bad about it. You know, I feel like there's a lot of people that I know that still enjoy, like, they talk about Pokemon Snap, even though that was nothing like any other. Right, yeah, exactly. And this is kind of like on that vein. It's like it's not a Pokemon game that, you know, anybody's used to, but it's like, yeah, it's like a different thing and it's cool.
Yo, can we have Pokemon Snap though, for real? Like, while we're bringing that up, can we just have that, please? Thank you.
Just put Pokemon Snap in Pokemon Go.
And that's the thing that's weird to me. That's weird to me though, because people are so like, oh, I want battling.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! What if Pokemon Let's Go was that? Like, what if like that? Like, instead, like if they, I'm upset.
What? I'm confused.
Like, what if, like, you know how Pokemon roam in the overworld? Like, what if it could be like part of the the game is you take pictures of the Pokemon in the overworld, and that like somehow like made it easier to catch Pokemon.
That'd be pretty cool. It'd be like a spiritual successor to Pokemon Snap.
Kind of be like a side quest or like an added piece of content to the whole game.
Right. Right. And Pokemon Snap, like, regardless of what the majority might like, it's like a classic, you know. It's and that's nothing like any of the Pokemon games that we played. So I don't see why people were so you know, up in arms about, you can't battle in this game. Yeah. This is like the Pokemon games I'm used to.
Yeah,
like,
I wonder if people did that with Pokemon Snap. I don't remember when Pokemon Snap was announced. I wasn't paying attention to the zeitgeist when I was 6 or whatever.
Right. I mean, it doesn't seem that. Well, I mean, of course, like, hindsight's, you know, always different. So I guess people can look back on it with fondness. But I'm sure at the time, you know, it probably got the same reaction. But now people are like, oh, that game is awesome. You know, but
I don't want to capture pictures of a Pokemon. I want to capture the Pokemon. I'm upset. I want Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Let's Go.
Yo, I wanted it so bad. A sequel on the Wii U would have been so perfect.
You ever see that meme where it's like, the Nintendo 3DS, this would be perfect for Pokemon Snap, and it's like, oh, Nintendo Wii U, this would be perfect for Pokemon Snap. Oh, Nintendo Switch, this would be perfect for Nintendo Pokemon Snap, and then it gets cut off.
I didn't see the meme, but that's me.
Like every single console is just like, we could do it. I mean, I think it even started with Wii. Like the meme was like with Wii.
Oh wow,
this would be perfect for Pokemon.
That's true. That could make sense. Yeah, just do it. Okay.
And what could also make sense, and just do it. Ice climbers for the Switch.
Hey.
And now I made a video about this week. About ice climbers coming back.
Stole
for the Switch
it from me.
You
stole it.
I created. I scripted, recorded, and edited a video about ice climbers this week.
Logan held me at gunpoint. Well, it was a Joy-Con, but gunpoint nonetheless. And said, I'm taking this idea.
It was a Labo-shaped gun with a Joy-Con inside of it, and I was like, listen, give me your money too. No, but thoughts on the ice climber video after post my release?
I'm gonna let Jess take it because I have thoughts.
Yeah, go ahead.
What?
I'm gonna let you go first because I have thoughts, and they're long thoughts. So you have any thoughts on his video after watching it?
I mean, I think you should just start it up since you have so many thoughts already.
Okay,
go for it.
My thoughts on this: when I initially, before I was stabbed in the back, and described this, and I described this video to Logan, I was like, this is what I want ice climbers to be. I want ice climbers to be this like modern like survival like let's starve together like. Sort of situation where it's like it's a co-op survival game where it's like you're climbing the mountain and you gotta ration your food and all that crap and platforming and combat and it's like some type of like game mechanic that's really like dependent on the fact that you're it's a cooperative experience, not in the way that like a lot of games tether you together where it's like you're too far, you're gonna die in 5 seconds if you don't get closer, or we're gonna bubble you into a thing and then move you closer. But like some type of thing where it's like kind of like how ice climbers play in the game where it's like you're less effective if you're like further apart, or like you I don't know, like lose stamina faster if you're further apart or whatever the case may be. But there's going to be like positions in the game where you have to be like maybe one of you is better at climbing or whatever, right? Where it's like, oh, there's this item that I need, or we need food, and you're better at climbing than I am, and I'm better at breaking ice blocks or whatever. So that food up there is in the tree. You got to climb the tree. I'll break this ice block so that we can set up a fire or whatever the case. Like that whole like cooperative experience where it's like you sharpen each other, you know. Kind of like me and Logan when he's not stabbing me in the back.
Yeah, cause,
dang.
Dang. Speaking of like a backward competence, that was a pure example of one. Thank you so much.
Are you a YouTube
commenter? Should I go
now or? Jess, you have anything to add about the ice climber video, or you just?
Why does it have to be ice climbers? Like, because that could totally just be a new IP. It's like, it's so hard to mess with a character that's like established as one thing.
Are they?
Well, they're not really.
Yeah, I know. That would kind of be like Donkey Kong Country, right? Like Donkey Kong Country isn't Donkey Kong, but it is now.
Thank you, Rare.
Ice climbers are like, huh?
No, I just said thank you, Rare.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, I mean, we wouldn't want to play Donkey Kong in the way that it is then as like a big like marquee title.
Donkey Kong sucks.
Oh my god. But
podcast gets 1 million views.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
But no, like there's just a lot of formats that don't really work anymore. Like Kid Icarus, right? Like Kid Icarus Uprising got a like facelift, and like Uprising doesn't play like the original Kid Icarus game, but it's still a character that we care about and want to see being represented in the modern day. So
it's still like similar at heart though. So to go from like we're climbing a mountain to like survival and things are getting way more intense, it's like
yeah,
I wonder how far is too far.
I think that in this sense where it's like it's not necessarily like a full, it's more maybe you're thinking less. I'm thinking more Minecraft, like how Minecraft is a survival game. It's not like full on DayZ or whatever. It's not like, oh man, we're bleeding out. It's not like
Rated
that.
T.
But, yeah, like no,
right,
not the adult version of Ice Climbers, but just like what would climbing a mountain be in modern 3D? Kind of like how, I mean, even a more direct translation where Donkey Kong took like a whole like left turn. Mario, like Super Mario World, is not like Super Mario 64, but it's what Mario would be in 3D. So what would Ice Climbers be like in 3D?
I just feel like it's one of the things that's like, even though it'd be interesting to see a new IP and this something that, like, come to light that was sort of like that. I just feel like it's something that people already kind of care about already, because like being that they are a face, or they were probably very prominent face in Smash.
They're coming back, you know it.
Right, they're coming back, and people, and you know the fandom cares about them. You know, people are like, I want Ice Climbers, and I'm upset that they're not.
I hate them, and I never want them to come back.
Like,
right, and I think that it plays into Nintendo's philosophy of how they make games, right? Like when they make a game, they think of a concept, and then they think, okay, what should this be? You know, like Splatoon, initially they were like, should this be a Mario game? And they're like, nah, it doesn't really fit Mario. So if they make this game and it's like, it's this survival, like climbing situation, they're like, okay, what characters do we have that fit this, right? They're not going to like bypass Ice Climbers and say, let's make a new character.
Yeah.
And then like that would be kind of weird.
Yeah, I just feel like giving them modern representation, like it would just like modernizing these guys would just be, you know, I mean, Kid Icarus got the same, you know, same treatment.
It would be safer than a new IP because we have an established brand that fits with the idea of this game.
Yeah, so I mean, if it's something with climbing, then definitely it would be an insult not to. And it's about time. Like, it would be nice to see them like modernized. I'd absolutely love it. Why not? You got them. You might as well use them.
Yeah, we have these modern designs.
Yeah.
Use them.
Yep.
And speaking of using them, we're going to use you guys' comments to further this discussion on the podcast. But thank you so much for, first of all, guys, thank you guys so much for commenting and being a part of the just engaging with us. We appreciate it so much. And the next comment we have here is a Curbster.
Yes.
Kalane 2? I don't know. This is the weirdest opinion ever. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get into it. But I honestly feel like Nintendo missed a huge opportunity to make the Mario and Luigi series about the Ice Climbers instead.
Ooh.
Oh, let's get further into this. I mean, it's a series about two people who are always teamworking, wielding hammers, and jumping around. It could have easily been turned into a reimagining of the Ice Climbers in a new, fresh genre. Sure, they will probably have to be redesigned and not wear the Parkers all the time, but it'd be worth it for what it could have been, and could have had them as characters. I think Popo and Nana Superstar Saga would have been the start to something beautiful.
It even rhymes a
bit. Right, doesn't it? Also, Paper Mario probably would have never changed if this were to have happened all those years ago.
Oh, snap.
Oh, well, I guess.
Well, I mean,
that was actually, you know, I want to say that was a weird opinion, but it was a great opinion.
It was a roller coaster because at first I was like, what? Yeah. And then he was like, they have hammers. I was like, oh, well, you know, you got me there.
Like,
they do.
He said, I cannot go against that logic.
You got me.
That was
that actually turned into something really interesting. You go, right. Curbster.
Yeah. Right.
Kirby's getting representation in this podcast.
I know.
I'm a big Kirby fan. Like, all the Kirby fans are in my family, so I love it. I love that they're popping up in the comments here.
Yeah, I'm down. I love it because that means that they didn't get pissed off at either one of my Kirby videos.
Oh yeah. The Star Allies.
Yeah.
That was dangerous for both of us, I think.
Hey, you know, somebody got to say it, you know.
Yep.
We had this.
And that's why I reached out to you in the first place. I appreciated your honesty.
We got it. We got to move
full circle.
Exactly. So.
But yeah, that would have been a bad idea, you know. Having those two, it makes perfect sense because that's a pair that always works together. They're useless without each other, you know. Yeah. And Mario can do without Luigi. And yeah.
Sadly, yes.
So
yeah, so I think it's a great idea on paper, but if you want to move product, Mario's the man to do it.
Right.
So that's where the theory is immediately bursted.
Right, because it kind of like he's using the same line of thought that I was using, where it's like, yeah, if you're going to make this new 3D climbing game, use your most popular climbers. They don't have another version of that's more popular. Their most popular thing, if you're making a game about climbing, you literally got characters with it in their name. With this, it's like, okay, how many franchises do we have with characters that have like this duality or that really collaborate, and like that's how you think of them, brothers, if you will.
Right.
Mario and Luigi or Ice Climb. Like I feel like even Wario and Waluigi. Yeah, Popo. Right. Like even Waluigi and Wario would probably be more marketable than.
Yeah.
Well, probably. I mean, plus if you look at it just like historically, you know, what other character seamlessly crosses over into other genres? Mario. Right. So it made sense to, you know, once again have Mario, and like we'll bring along Luigi too, you know, and have
I mean, like if you think about it, Splatoon was supposed to be Mario characters.
Right. Yeah.
In the really early stages, it was Mario characters. Because again, it was like, oh, it's just so easy to sell anything with Mario. But then, like, as things started developing more, it was like, okay, nah, we really need a new character because Mario can't just like transform or whatever, you know?
Yeah, because it was like they wanted, it was a design thing, like, from like, and like UX, I guess, kind of, where they wanted to be able to communicate from a distance of like where you're facing and all that stuff. So they're like, all right, well, we can't really do that with Mario. Mario kind of has a connection with the whole ink thing because of Sunshine.
Yeah.
But it's not as direct as if we made them squids.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I'm sure that it's just the easier path to say, let's do it with Mario instead of, okay, let's create a whole new IP. So it's the same thing there.
I mean, Nintendo doesn't really like doing that. They don't create new IP for the sake of it. They're like, it's something in our vault, our history, like our storied vault of characters that everybody loves. Does something fit this video game idea? Okay, we'll use it, or no, all right, we'll add another person to that vault.
It's just like Mario has like 50 different hobbies and professions, and he's like, I want to be a go-kart racer. I want to play tennis. I think golfing's cool. I want to, you know, throw up. He just has so many different jobs.
Yo, legit, I looked up to him so much when I was a kid, though. I was like, he can do anything. I straight up started playing tennis at the age of like 10 because he was playing tennis. I'm not even kidding. There you go. And when I would go karting with my cousin, we would be like, I threw a red shell. Like we would literally yell each other on the cart.
If Mario can pick up tennis and be a pro, I'm going to do the same.
See, I thought that. It was harder than it looked, and I put it down forever. I was like, oh, this is cool. And I was like, nah, this is...
See, that even adds more respect to Mario, because it's like, this man, he's just good at everything.
Yeah. Lucky.
Yeah. And he can fight, too. Smash Bros. Plug. Oof. Anyway, speaking of plug, I got to plug in the next comment here. Spinner 89... Spinner 891.
Jess went through withdrawal for a little bit there. She's like, oh yeah, there's
my fix.
Yeah, there's the segue I was waiting for.
There it is. There it is. Best new Ice Climbers would be a reimagining of the original game. Reimagining of the original gameplay. It would be a platformer. But a side scroller. Oh no. But not okay. Not a side scroller. You will be using up rather than side to side. Just throw a bunch of new and old elements alike and bring about different types of challenges. Then make a random element mode where a mountain is randomly generated, allowing you to go up and tackle the mountain without a preset strategy. Sorry. This would allow different mechanics to shine. Where certain methods of climbing would be better in certain areas, but each area could be potentially tackled with different methods. I mean, that would definitely stay true to what Ice Climbers was all those many moons ago.
I mean, sounds like a simpler version of what I had in mind.
Yeah. Hey, do you guys happen to know what Icy Towers is?
No.
It's like a Flash game from early 2000s or something.
Is it like Ice Climbers?
Is it fun?
Honestly, like Google it if it's possible. Play it. It's super fun, and it's just a game where you play upwards. So honestly, I mean, it's hard to explain it. Like, you literally, everyone, Google Icy Towers. You need to try it. It's really fun. I wish one of you at least knew what it was so this could go somewhere, but now it's kind of pointless.
I mean, like, I think that, see, that gave me an idea, despite the fact that I have no clue what you're talking about.
Great!
Like, they could do both. They could do both. They could do the ice climber, like, they could do a mobile game like that of ice climbers in that style where it's just, like, climbing up, and that's the gameplay. They could use that to promote the big thing. Like,
full transparency here, guys. I'm gonna crack open a soda.
We heard it.
Hold on.
Yeah, we heard it.
Okay, full transparency. There you go. Keeping it real with the viewers. But yeah, I definitely agree. Like,
I'm confused as to why you disclosed that. Like, it was like an ad.
I mean, no,
you know?
I didn't want to.
Like,
sponsored by Crush.
I didn't want to mess the flow up. Like, when you need a good Coca-Cola, you know, like whatever. I didn't want to like mess the whole vibe up. But yeah, just wanted to throw it out there. If you're ever thirsty, Coca-Cola.
Wow. I'm gonna have some water now.
Hashtag not spawn.
I know.
Hashtag product not provided by anyone.
Hashtag more comments. Adam Janeka. I would love a reimagining of the game. Make this the next retro series revival. I think a cool idea for a platformer, 2D or 3D, would be to focus heavily on two-player co-op with Nana and Popo. Make puzzles that requires them to use both the ice climbers to progress, build the whole game around the two of them.
Huh. Hey, somebody said something similar to that in this very podcast.
Thank you. I've been saying it the whole time. It's like, no, but yeah, co-op all the way. Co-op just makes everything just awesome.
Yeah, like, make it a way out levels of how much you need each other in this game.
Well, what if you don't have a second player? See, like, that's my only problem with this whole conversation.
Then you're not allowed to have this game. You're not welcome.
As a matter of fact,
you're not invited.
They're like, it's like you can only like this game's $60, but you can only pay $30. It's like you gotta have somebody else pay the other $30. It's like then
yeah,
there
or
you go.
They could just I mean, if you have internet, which it's 2018, get internet.
I know, more online games. Let's go.
So just like randomly match people, do a full Journey, you know, like Journey, the PlayStation game. Randomly pair me up with another ice climber and force me to have to work with them.
At the same time, it's gonna end up being like Triforce Heroes for 3DS. You know how it's like you had to be 3 links, but you could play with people online, but like you could get trolls.
That game was stressful. That game was stressful.
Yeah, and like the only way to communicate was like with those little emotions.
Oh
like,
my
gosh. But I think that's more of a design issue than an issue with the premise.
Well, then how would you do it with this Nana and Popo game?
You make it visually obvious what to do, like with how it's set up with Triforce Heroes. Which is weird that they didn't do the communication thing, like that we couldn't do voice chat or whatever. It's set up in such a way that you have to talk to each other, but not every game is like that. Like Splatoon, for instance, like I don't need to communicate with people that I'm on the same team with in Splatoon because the whole field communicates to me what I need to do. It's okay, this needs to be filled, this situation needs to be handled, this needs to be defended.
But I think it's different because it's timed and it's competitive. So automatically people take it more seriously. But if it's something like Triforce Heroes or Nana Popo game.
Nana Popo. I feel like Popo's missing another P. It'd be like Nana Pop. Nana Pop.
What's poppin'?
I mean, they are at that point.
Oh
then it's Nana and Pop.
Did you hear what she said? She said, "What's poppin'?"
I chose to ignore it.
Oh, you're breaking my heart.
Yeah, it was one of those lunchroom silent moments for a second. Then I gave it life. I was like, okay, that was kind of good.
It's okay. 50% of the room laughed. I'm fine with that.
Hey, it's better than the joke that you didn't hear that Logan did.
Yeah,
Trust me, it was
very convenient timing for my internet
what
to cut out.
joke is this?
What were you saying, Logan?
I said, what joke is it? Oh, you talking about the Sonic joke?
The thing that you said something.
Oh, no, don't say
I'm sad. I want want to know what it was now.
Oh, so okay. We're taking a detour.
God, thousands of people are gonna know.
We're informing the internet.
Okay, let's go. Go ahead.
So me and Logan, full disclosure, as Logan said, we're friends. You know, like we know each other, and we've known each other. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I know, shocker.
Yeah, I know. In high school, we're at the same lunch table because we're friends.
Wow, cool. Lucky you.
And Logan. So we're like laughing about something, and like we're all joking, and it's like everybody's making good jokes, and everybody's thinking everybody's funny. So Logan wants to. So everybody.
Wait. What? Why did you throw that in there just to further foreshadaw what I would do?
Because that's how you, Logan. That's how comedy works. I'm teaching past Logan how to tell a joke. Premise. So everybody's making jokes, everybody's laughing. It's like, oh yeah, we're such funny people. Everybody's funny. We have good senses of humor. And then Logan's like, yeah, guys, chaos control. Am I right? And then everybody just stops. Like we're literally mid laughter. We're like, ha ha ha.
Like cut.
Stop.
And no, but like, that kind of makes it fun. Well, it doesn't make that joke funnier, but just the dead silence in the airspace makes then you just laugh about the air.
No, man, dude, his chaos control worked. I'm scared.
See how Logan redeemed himself.
I hate you so much. I hate you.
Logan redeemed himself. This is Logan's redemption story. Full character arc. We're on Act 3.
Act 2. I'm done.
Logan redeemed himself because he hung his head, got up, and walked away. Then everybody laughed. Nice. It was like he saved it. He saved it.
If I was there, I would be the only person laughing because I love Sonic jokes. Even if they're not funny. Like, I'll say the dumbest quote from a Sonic game, and I'm dying at my own joke.
See, Jess, you just made it worse because we have a friend that laughs at literally everything, and he didn't even laugh. Ooh. So it was that was an issue. I was like, oh, man,
He's like, oh, this is serious. This is
I'm the kind of person that will when you select a character in a game and they will say something, I repeat those quotes to people, and only a very minimal amount of the room, if anyone, will get it, and that's funny to me. Like if you pick Wario and he's like, good choice, I do that and I'm dying.
That's hilarious.
That's me.
Oh shoot.
Now the story time's over.
Yeah. I just needed you guys to know a little bit more about me.
Hey,
we appreciate it.
It's fair. This is what we got to do. This is world building. You know, we're trying to. This is the pitch to our audience. Is hey, everybody, did you not subscribe to Jess yet? Go do it.
No, we're all fun, great people. Subscribe to all of us. Let's go.
Yeah, but subscribe to her first. You know.
Aw, thanks, guys.
So yeah, do we have any more comments, Logan?
We don't have any comments, but what we kind of do. But it's separate into a Q&A section. That's right, guys. Q&A. I'm speaking like I'm on a radio. I mean, kind of.
Or a game show. It's like a game show.
Yeah, I was about to do a little jingle for you.
Yeah.
You're like, it's time for Q&A. And I was like, da-da-da-da-da.
I was going to see, that was the thing. When you said that you're going to do a jingle, I'm like, you got to do it. You got to do it. It's Shokoff's.
It's done.
Right.
You have to, you can't just say things like that.
Has been done.
Guys, welcome to Q&A where we answer the things that you want to say. All right, or that you say.
Oh, sorry.
All right, guys.
Sorry, I ruined it.
No, you're good.
I thought it was over.
She's like, oh, we're still going? All right. And we also have the YouTube community tab. You guys can add your questions in there. Join the Discord if you haven't already. That way you can get more engaged. You can talk to us. We can talk to you. We can play games. We can do whatever you want to do. Just join.
Sweet.
But
Colin Westover asks, he says, Pikachu or Eevee, AJ or Izzy?
Uh-oh.
All right, so you need context on the
last one.
Ladder,
yeah.
On the ladder.
Yeah.
So there's this guy, Izzy Nobre. Everybody go subscribe, even though he sucks and he's stupid.
Or don't.
But he's our friend. He's a YouTuber. He does tech reviews. He does a whole bunch of different stuff. His channel's random. It sucks and I hate it. Go subscribe to it. So he is really big on 3DS, and I'm not as much as I played up to be. anti 3DS, but I'm done with 3DS. Like, I don't want to play it anymore. I don't even want to look at my 3DS. Just put everything that you're going to put on 3DS on Switch, because that's where I want to play it.
Switch it over.
Me. Oh, yes.
And
Yes.
Izzy is very much so in the camp of, no, I like the fact that I can fit this in my pocket. I want as much games as I could possibly get on 3DS because Switch isn't portable. And I'm like, Izzy, you're an idiot.
Whoa.
So that was the context for that question.
Well, you don't even have to wear lady pants. Lady pants never have big enough pockets. So the struggle is real. I always have a backpack with me, and the Switch is in there.
Exactly. And I don't even have that issue. And I'm still like, I'm not putting a 3DS in my pocket. It's not happening. I'm not going to do that.
No.
Just, I would have a bag anyway.
Yeah.
So just give me a book bag and let me put my Switch in it and call it a day. Because I'd rather take the time out of my day to make sure that is done than to be having to play 3DS, you know? It's not 2016 anymore, people. That was the deadline. 2016 was the last time you could open 3DS. Now throw the ball in the garbage.
Right. People just need to get resourceful. Detach the Joy-Cons, put both the Joy-Cons in one pocket and put the screen in the other. There you go. You'd be good to go. Anyways, I feel like
But I'm team Pikachu.
To answer the first question, I'm gonna go with Eevee on this one.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna go with AJ on this one, because I agree on that front. The 3DS. I like the 3DS.
See, this is weird.
No,
this is strange. I want you to keep that thought. It's weird
Life is strange.
because you guys are like Team AJ on the second part. AJ, you're stupid on the first part. And you know what? Logan's decision is blasphemy because Logan has a Pikachu. I have a picture of Logan having a Pikachu on his shoulder, and he's very serious in this photograph. Very serious.
Oh my God, well, I do too.
Where's the even picture, Logan? Where's that at?
Well, I mean, I just, as you know, I want to go against like everything you stand for.
Oh,
and I'm
true.
opposite. I'm opposite of cliches. So I just didn't want to go, oh, Pikachu, because it's kind of just I was like, I'm going with Eevee.
You know what?
Just to be that guy.
I was gonna insult you, but no, I'm fine.
You've moved on.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the bigger.
I gotta see if it's not raining frogs outside. No. But I'm gonna go with, like I said, I'm gonna go with you on the second, the latter, because I'm in the same camp as far as the 3DS. I've got no hard feelings towards it. The library is extensive. It's crazy, and for that reason, die. It's
a great console with great games that you should have played in 2011 through 2016.
And
if you didn't play, I was like, come on, man. Like,
hey, honesty. We're all about honesty.
Honesty, yes. Right? The Switch.
Bring it back.
Hashtag Team Switch. Hashtag nothing else.
Ooh.
All right. I would say nothing else, but we got something else, and that is more questions. Woo! Julian Frias. Sorry if I butchered your last name. I apologize. You can comment how I can't pronounce their last names.
You can insult him for me. There you go.
I hate you. I hate you.
Hey, I didn't do it.
What are the games you want to see HD remakes of?
None.
How dare you? I can't
answer so quick as Jess did. I can't answer that quick.
I can't believe you.
Why? Why do we need remakes? Just buy the original.
Yeah.
Where's the problem?
That's fine, but I don't want to play 3DS. so that's that's the thing. Like it's the same line of thought there, where it's like not everybody can just buy an NES.
Just
and Virtual Console's
something
dead.
that can convert to HDMI and plug it in your TV.
Or you could update the game,
well, I mean,
because not every game ages well, but the idea of said game is still novel and it's still appreciated.
Then just
and
make
you
a
want
sequel.
The younger generation. I mean, that's the same idea of it though. Like Pokemon Let's Go is a remaster, in a sense. It's Pokemon Yellow, but more added to it, modern graphics, modern gameplay. Quote unquote.
Come on, Jess. Sometimes you just want your old games to look sexy and HD and shiny, and you want them to, you have these. I mean, maybe they add extra features to it, So it's like,
I think a lot of people.
So it's like you can still enjoy the.
I mean, and we talk about this a fair amount. I think a lot of people have this idea of remasters get in the way of other games. That couldn't be further from the truth. If anything, remasters give more people jobs because there's studios that would. That literally only do remasters only have the infrastructure to do remasters because they have something to work from. They don't have to hire writers. They don't have to hire character designers. They just have to have a 3D modeler, coders, and like somebody liaison between the original, the studio that worked on the original game.
I think it really depends on the game.
Yeah, and
sometimes it just feels like this game available in June, and then it's July, and they're like remastered edition. I'm like, bruh.
right. But
that was happening with the PS3. Like the PS4 just came out. Something was released on PS3, and then like a few months later, like not even a year, they'd be like remastered edition coming for PS4. It's like, bruh.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I completely agree.
Final Fantasy X.
But on the same token, like The Last of Us, right? Like
exactly
modern classic. It's a thing that people like. Everybody needs to play this game. 80% of the people that bought the remaster didn't have a PlayStation 3. So like in like to our logic of let 3DS die, put everything that I want to play on the Switch, let PS3 die, let me play everything that I want to play on my PlayStation 4. Don't make me backtrack. I made my decision for that generation, and I'm talking in the third person. Huh?
Like, yes. Seriously? Oof.
Yeah. That's why they do it. That's why they do it, because people die by the we're multi-console gamers. I don't are you just like all Nintendo, or do you have like
I dabble.
Okay, so yeah, like that's rare because a lot of times people are like, okay, I'm just an Xbox gamer this gen, or I'm just a PlayStation gamer, or I'm always just a PlayStation gamer, or always just a Nintendo gamer. So there's all these games that they might change their mind next gen, and they're like, all right, well, this gen I'm going to buy the Nintendo thing, and I don't want to backtrack. Maybe I can't backtrack. Maybe it's Virtual Boy that I missed, and I want to play Virtual Boy games, and they're impossible to find. So put the game that I want to play on that thing. And that's not to say everybody should want every remaster. I think the purpose of remasters is for those people, where it's like the people that may have missed the game, or maybe they do want to play it again for whatever reason. Maybe they didn't finish it. Maybe they're like us, where us specifically, I mean like me and Logan, where it's like we try to stay current on like as many games as possible. Sometimes games slip through the cracks where it's like I just can't play this right now because I have to dedicate all my time to Breath of the Wild. So like when the next generation comes around, it's like, oh well, this release lineup is pretty light, but it has this really great game that I missed out on last gen, and I could play it now on the console that I own.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like I can't think of a single time I bought a remastered game. I really can't.
The only one I remember in recent memory was the Wind Waker. The Wind Waker for the Wii U.
Right, and you playing the Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, it's usually a case by case thing. It's like, and if they were holding a gun to my head and were like, you got to buy every game that comes out, I wouldn't like remasters either. But remasters aren't for the us's of the world, where it's like if a game comes out and it's on, like, it doesn't matter if it's on a console that I don't own, I'm going to find a way to get it. Most people aren't like that. Most people want to play the game, but they don't want to spend the $300, $400, $500 to buy the console to play it on. And I support them getting good games.
You know, I support more questions coming from the viewers, and I support this next one right here, except the second half. I don't believe the second half, but Ray Zeflin. Man, will they ever do a Kid Icarus again? I hope so. Would definitely love it. Also, any possibilities for any of the Borderlands games to the Switch? I don't care about Borderlands.
That was a complete detour.
Right, exactly. They were like, okay, I'm gonna ask this question here in California, then I'm gonna ask another one over here in Utah. I was like, geez, that was crazy.
Yeah, seriously.
Like I said, the first part of the question, I agree with. I definitely want to see a Kid Icarus, but I don't care about Borderlands in any form or fashion.
You know what's messed up?
That's just
You know what's messed up?
What?
I think it's more likely that we'll get Borderlands sooner than later. Then we'll get Kid Icarus.
Which that's just up. Sad. Don't say that.
Yeah. It is, but I think it's a real possibility, especially if they want to take advantage of the Switch's install base and the newfound popularity. I could see them being like, all right, we're porting the first two games while we work on the third one.
Yeah, I mean, we just have it has that draw to it. You know, it has that audience that that third party like people that I'm not really for. I mean, they might like Nintendo IPs in general, but like they'll grab onto something like a Borderlands coming to the Switch.
Right.
I mean, are you guys fans of Borderlands?
No, I hate Borderlands.
What about you, Jess?
I played it a bit and I got nauseous, man. Like, I was like 5-10 minutes into the game and I was getting nauseous, and like I don't think I really get sick with like third-person games at all, but for some reason I couldn't handle it. So I'm really bummed. I bought like Borderlands 2 and it was like the edition that came with all the extra stuff and it was like $15, super sweet deal. But like I could never play it. I kept getting sick and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not playing this game. So I definitely had the intentions of trying it, just did not work out.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I like Destiny better, and even that everybody hates it. It's Borderlands is like watered down Destiny, and obviously it came out before Destiny, but that's what it feels like. It feels like an MMO, like a free MMO on PC, but a shooter, and I just don't like that.
So this is generic. This isn't freaking.
It's generic in terms of gameplay. Like the world is definitely unique to say the least.
Said this game isn't Captain Crunch, it's Captain Munch. But yeah, I definitely agree. I
don't know. It has like a unique game style. Like it's got the cell shading look. Like it's really rare for games to do that. It's like Hello Wind Waker. Anyone else? No.
I'm more so talking about the gameplay.
Yeah, the gameplay
like
itself.
The visual aspects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the part I'm saying is definitely unique. But outside of that, it's pretty generic.
I mean, maybe I'd be cool playing it on the Switch because I'm
more
a little biased in that area.
More open to on there.
Because I played Borderlands on a console that people. I mean, it's a very old thing. It's ancient, and people might not remember what this thing existed.
What is it?
But it was the PS Vita. That's what I played. That's what I played Borderlands. That's what I played Borderlands 2 on. I know. It's like 1,000 years old, and it's legendary. But anyway,
PS Vita is like the neighbor in like a sitcom or like a kids movie where everybody's like he totally only has one arm and 2 fingers. He exists. What? And then everybody's like, no, he doesn't exist. And then at the end of the movie, he chases them off. Like the Sandlot type of situation. Like they're like, oh, this neighbor's nice or whatever. Like the neighbor with the dog. Like there's like rumors that all the kids have about that one neighbor that never leaves his house. That's what Vita is.
Wow.
I was waiting for the punchline. I was waiting for that. With that at the end, I was like, dang. When it finally came, I was like,
yo, when's it coming out on VHS? Can't wait to watch.
Sounds like a horror film when the Vita attacks.
A little bit.
The Vita's revenge, or just Vita vengeance because alliteration.
I would say the first thing, like the first piece of media that has that trope in it, is To Kill a Mockingbird. Like To Kill a Mockingbird had that trope with the weird neighbor, and then he came out and defended the little girl. You people. You weren't forced to read this book, Logan. I know you were forced to read this book.
English class on fanatixfour. Yeah.
I was about to say, I know you were forced to read this book. We went to the same school.
But speaking of book, my own segue. No, I'm just kidding. But to go back on track.
I thought you had one.
No, but to go back on track, though.
I thought she was going to say, I wrote a book, and it's on Amazon.
I was going to be like, I'm so proud of her right now.
But I'm trying to get us back on track, though, because I'm sure, like, because I didn't get to play through a lot of the game, I'm sure that it's about the characters, it's about the story. Because, yeah, like, you'll have just your generic-looking third-person shooter, and you're like, oh, whatever, it's probably not special. But I'm sure that it's about the characters and the story, and that's what makes it interesting. So, you've played a bit. Would you say the characters in the story are interesting?
I would say the characters in the story are the only interesting thing.
Well, there you go. So that's it. It's about the characters, the story, and it's got the unique cel-shading style. So that's what it's about.
Just play the Telltale games.
I agree. I gotta agree. Play the Telltale. Play the Walking Dead. And watch Walking Dead.
No, I meant specifically the Borderlands Telltale games. But those two, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know how to segue this. Next question.
Oh my.
Oh my God. This name. Black Boy Nola. What do you guys think of the new Pokemon game for 2019 will be like? And I think it'll be more like an MMORPG.
I think it's going to be like Matrix themed. No.
Yeah, I think it'd be like GTA 6, and you're gonna be able to like snatch people out of their cars and steal their Pokemon and steal their Pokeballs.
Oh no, you guys didn't see.
There's the adult-themed Pokemon game we're looking for.
Right, exactly. That's it. Right.
You guys didn't see the footage that they released after? It's a NASCAR game. You didn't know it was a NASCAR game? It's Pokemon NASCAR.
Pokemon NASCAR.
No, it's like only the special stage in Sonic 2. Only that, but Pokemon. And you don't collect Chaos Emeralds at the end. You collect a Pokemon.
Yeah. No, you collect
next game?
You collect Pokeballs to use in Pokemon Let's Go.
Ugh.
It's transmedia.
What if in the next game? In this game, you're just like, you are Ash Ketchum. I'll be like, what? Like instead of having your own trainer,
then we're doomed
you literally
to
play
suck. We're doomed to be terrible.
You would literally play as Ash. That'd be crazy. I'd be like, what?
You can only catch 45 Pokemon in the game.
Ew.
Ash is terrible. Ash just sucks.
That'd be crazy.
Okay, next question.
Oh, and part of the plot is that you're forced to get rid of some of them at some point.
Yeah,
especially Charizard.
Oh my god.
Listen. When Ash got rid of his Butterfree, saddest moment as a child.
Didn't cry
When I was a kid, man, that right there, that was a tearjerker.
Dude, I was like, don't cry.
Listen, I was, man, shoot.
Logan ran out the room upstairs to his parents' room.
Listen.
Like he's crying hysterically.
Had to, man, when you're like 6, had a tissue box and man, it was done.
Ugh.
I didn't.
Yeah, it was sad. It was sad.
That was like that. I was like Bambi getting killed moment. It's like, yeah, I was like, that's upsetting.
That was powerful storytelling. It almost made me feel bad for Ash and how terrible he is.
And speaking about how terrible he is, Bob from the Wolf Den on the Discord.
What did Bob ever do to you?
Oh, let me tell you. Well, nothing to Logan. Logan's never around. Never mind. I'm going to stop with these analogies.
Drama.
But,
he about to spill all the tea. I hate when they say that.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It was a stupid saying. No, I was going to make another analogy. I was going to say you're the cool uncle that only shows up sometimes. It's like, hey, I got you toys from my trip. Yeah,
like, I got a video creeping to the shadows again. I got a video creeping to the
Exactly.
I'm on a podcast.
But no, Bob from the Wolf Den, our friend from Wolf Den, go subscribe, youtube.com/Wolf Den, and watch the Wednesday videos because those are the ones without Bob. Bob's not good. Don't watch him. No, I'm joking.
Scribble.
But you'll see why. He's sure to have an insightful comment that challenges our mental capacities.
I want to make a Scribblenauts video so that I can be like, don't forget to subscribble not. I'll subscribble. That'd be awesome.
Oh
yeah, that'd be sweet. But yeah. Anyway, Bob says, if hot dogs come in packages of 10, how come hot dog buttons come in packages of 8?
Really? Really?
Because. No, and see, this is why this is the most important kind when we got all podcasts because because somebody is very cruel and they were like, we're gonna suck money out of these people. They thought about this a long time ago. It's the Illuminati. It's a conspiracy against us to take our money away. And that is what open your eyes. #woke 2018.
And that's what Pokemon's all about. The end.
This was formulated. It was to answer Bob's question with the complete and honest truth. It was formulated by the lizard people. They wanted
Here we go
to hypnotize all of us, and eventually they're going to have us all turn against Christmas. Moving on.
What? Christmas? What?
Moving on.
Yes, I retract that question. Just move on.
All right. Next comment, question / thing. I don't know how to say his name. LSDrin.
It's LSD because that's cool.
LSD Ren 2. The battery life on the Pokeball Plus is said to be 3 hours because they 3 hours on the Pokemon website. My question is, why do they hate us?
No, this was again another thing that was bad about their messaging. They meant that it takes 3 hours to charge it.
Dang.
Oh, that's what I understood in the first place.
Yeah, so
jeez,
that's what they meant. It's not a 3-hour battery life. It takes 3 hours to charge it.
Okay, yeah.
But speaking of the Pokeball, like, what if, like, I can see people buying 6 of these things.
60?
Because you can only put 6.
Oh,
because you can only put one
cute.
Pokemon in at a time. I could see somebody like full on like getting a belt, getting the Pokeball belt, and like
she's awesome.
You know, I gotta leave. Gotta leave for the day.
Yeah,
gotta go to work.
It's a problem. Please send help.
I heard that as big kid, like not a big kid, but like I'm a big kid. I can order the big kid's meal, like that type of.
Yo, why when I said that I heard the theme? I'm a big kid in my head. It just came on. I know somebody. Yeah, exactly.
Yo, I'm sorry, but I still go to McDonald's and I get the kids' pancakes.
Yo.
Yeah.
See, I feel jealous of a lot of women because they can still buy kid shoes. I can't do that.
Yes. Kids Foot Locker. Oh, I love it.
That's messed up. That's another conspiracy by the lizard people.
What? How? What?
You know, AJ, it's funny you brought up the lizard people because you brought it up earlier with Bob's comment and you just made that link. And speaking of link, he is the next question in the Discord. Link asked, he said, what are your thoughts on Atari VCS?
Wow. That is so out of nowhere.
Burn it with fire.
Burn it with fire? Is that what you said?
No, yeah. No, I'm joking. Who's buying this thing?
Honestly, I wanted it at first.
Isn't it like $300 or something like that?
Yeah.
No,
my thoughts on
this
it are
isn't okay.
Yeah, but like now that it's like it doesn't really do anything, and no one knows what it does, even the people that are making it. So it's like, I guess not. I guess I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, when you're the people who are making don't even know. It's like I'm not. If you're not confident, neither am I.
Yeah, it's like on Kickstarter now or Indiegogo. No, it's on Indiegogo apparently because if it's on Kickstarter, like you're supposed to have so much of the project done already to be able to go on Kickstarter, but there's so much that's not done. Actually, nothing is done except like the box itself. They made like one physical existence of it, and that's it. So they're like, hey, who wants this? It'll do things.
They pulled a PlayStation. They said, hey, we just finished a pitch meeting. Let's announce this now. we didn't put pens to papers yet, but we're going to announce it as if it's a finished product.
So I think our collective thoughts on this are Atari, no thank you. Get us like a sorry, no thank you. Okay. I said it and instantly regretted it after I came out of my mouth because I heard the reception, I heard the dead air. I was like, you know what?
You know what I regret?
That probably was
Logan, move on.
Whoa.
Damn.
I feel like it would have worked in written maybe, but just it didn't work in the air.
See.
That's rough. That's rough. Jess said it didn't work. That was another moment.
Well, no, because she tried to like give me an alley. She tried to like give me here's how it could have worked. You could have went down this path.
No, but I'm just saying the concept of it like flying over her head and her not thinking it was funny is Isaac all over again.
See. Dang.
That's just what just happened.
She
was just nicer about it because she tried to make you feel good after the fact. Isaac just was like, I have no sympathy for you. Your only job is to make me chuckle, and you failed.
He's like I have nothing. My soul is dead inside. And I'm trying to think. Dead inside. Speaking of dead inside. Star Fox with the Grand Prix, you know, it's like a husk of what it used to be, as far as like the series in general. And you know, Star Fox has his crew. He has Slippy, he has Peppy, he has
Falco.
And he also has Falco or Falcon. He's a Falcon.
You just took a whole trip. You took a whole trip to do something that was.
Shut up! Speaking of Falcons, that is the next question or comment on the Discord. Falcon says, guess whose phone updated and turned off all notification? This guy's. All right, well, I mean, that kind of sucks. Also, this better not count as a question. Well, it does. But seriously,
That's it. We're done reading.
Right, exactly. But seriously, though, what is your favorite childhood memory of playing video games? What game do you get super nostalgic for? For me, my favorite game is when my big brother worked at Blockbuster, came home with Melee, and we played it all Friday night into Saturday.
All night
and didn't
long,
sleep.
All night. Sorry.
And thank you. And didn't sleep until Sunday.
That's so beautiful.
Unlocked all the characters and stages in one weekend. You and your brother are fiends. The game I'm most nostalgic for is Mario Party for a very similar reason. I had the best big bro, LOL. Hashtag Team Waffles. Hashtag Team Logan. Thank you very much. Hashtag F-Zero 2019. Hashtag F-Zero NX.
You guys have team hashtags or teams at all?
No,
No, it's just
Falcon
Falcon.
does. Falcon does
that's nice.
because I.
Yo, Falcon, start Team Jess. Spread the word.
I'm hashtag Team Jess. I'm not Team Logan, as we all know.
Dang, he can do both. He can be part of both teams. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm not part of both teams. I actively oppose. I have picket signs and I organize protests for Team Logan. But I'm with Team Waffles though. That's a team I support.
Yeah. Waffles are the best. But you know what's the best? Let's getting back to our nostalgic. What game are we most nostalgic for? That's the best thing. What games are you guys
Pokemon
most nostalgic for?
Pokemons. All of the Pokemons.
That is very vague. I need a specific Pokemon.
I mean, well, it's really what got. I mean, that's partially why this channel exists, because that's what got me into like loving Nintendo and caring about games as an individual. Because all the other consoles, like it was a communal thing. It was like I had sisters, so it's like everybody's consoles is the SNES and the N64 and the Genesis and so on and so forth. But the Game Boy was mine. The Pokemon's was mine. So that's I still had to have assistance because I was 3 when the first Pokemon game came out. So it was like, or no, I was.
You're like 3 or 4, no?
Yeah, I was like 3, 4.
Because I think
so
I didn't know
5.
I
didn't know how to read
6,
fluently. So my mom helped me read the parts that I couldn't read.
Oh, really?
So that's,
right.
she got really in. Like, she got really into
She's
Pokemon.
Like, yes, learning how to read.
Deal.
Go.
Like, I remember, no, just Pokemon. Like, she really embraced Pokemon was a thing for her. Like,
oh yeah. I thought it was like because of the like you have to read, and so as a kid, there's like just take any excuse you can to get your kid to read.
No, I mean I was too young to be expected to know how to read at that level. So it was like it was just a thing of like she helped me to read, and then because of that she really got into the game. Like to the point where I remember I wanted a Charmeleon, and I didn't know how to get out the box. And my friend had a Charmeleon and I had 2 Butterfrees for whatever reason. I have no clue why. And this has to be close to when the Butterfree, like that episode aired. So like my friend was like obsessed with Butterfree at this point. And I traded one of our Butterfrees for Charmeleon, and my mom was upset. she was like, why would you do that? Because we already have one. I don't know why we had 2 of them. I don't understand it. Maybe one of them was mine. It was like I wanted to teach Butterfree a stupid attack, and my mom was like, no, I'm not for that. So I'm having my own Butterfree with actual competent moves, and you can have the one that sucks. What's your experience?
Yeah, I was gonna say that was jeez. My most nostalgic memory from a game. Oh man, it's like so little. No, I'm joking. Wow. But it's like it's a few, but it's not like they're more current.
Okay.
What if Logan said Mario plus Rabbids? That was my first gaming moment.
Yeah, I know, right? That'd be so that'd be
like
weird.
Yesterday. So nostalgic.
Right, I know that surprised all of you. Maybe. I feel like if I give it to one thing, I feel
like because we all know it's Melee. That's the one.
I don't want to say that because it's like, of course it is.
Yeah, well, like when he brought up his Melee story, seriously, it brought me back really good memories. Melee has a special place in my heart too, for sure.
Yeah.
The sleepovers, Blockbuster, all that. And waiting 24 hours to unlock Mewtwo.
Rip Blockbuster.
I know. Yeah. I miss it. I wish it would come back. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah,
it's like a whole other conversation, but
it's messed up.
Yeah, probably Melee slash. Like even though I enjoyed 64, Smash 64, like a lot. I had the most fun like out of any Smash I can remember like with Melee when I was a kid. Just because that was before the internet was as big as and you couldn't just go online and look up what characters are it couldn't like spoil yourself and everything was a surprise.
Right, like Mewtwo was like legit, like what?
Yeah,
right, exactly.
It was so
exactly.
cool that Mewtwo was in the game.
Right, exactly.
And then there was like all the theories going around, like, oh yeah, my uncle, like he unlocked Sonic in Melee, you know, like all those rumors. Yeah. Oh, so fun, such a good time.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yes.
You know, there was a rumor that somebody said, and this is we're in the weeds again. Somebody was like, hey, if you beat what multi-man, I mean not multi-man, the all-star mode, if you beat that without getting hit even once, you can unlock Mario riding Yoshi as a character.
Oh my god. I remember for the longest time people thought that Giga Bowser was a character.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you beat Giga Bowser. Do you guys remember the Giga Bowser Mewtwo and Ganondorf battle?
Yes.
That was after you beat that, you're like, I've arrived. I've gotten to a skill set that I like, don't mess with me. And
don't mess with me.
And then online comes out and you're instantly crushed. You know, I thought of a cool YouTube name. That'd be cool if like
don't say cool it. Why would you say it on YouTube so somebody could take it?
No, take it so I can get like money. No, I'm joking, but no. Like if somebody's like, since your name is Jess, like if you focus on like Genesis, it'd be like Jenna Jess, that'd be awesome.
That probably already exists.
And like
I feel like that's a thing. That has to be a thing.
Because it sounds so good. Yeah. It sounds like it has to be a thing already. But yeah. So Jess, was yours Melee too?
Oh well, I mean, I have a lot of good memories with a lot of games, really. But I think
it's
like
hard to really pick.
The most nostalgic game is probably just Super Mario 3, because that was the game that destroyed me. Like that was like, I mean, okay, every game destroyed me. What am I even talking about? But like there was just something like, you know, the original Mario was really, really cool, and it was like my first. But there's just something about Super Mario 3. Like all the secrets that it had and like the whole idea of the warp whistle, it's just like explosions in my brain.
Logan, have you ever played Super Mario Brothers 3?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure because you have a couple holes in your game. I wasn't sure if that was one of them.
Yeah. A little limit as far as like when we're talking about like the NS and SNES, a lot of sketchy spots there, right. You know. But onward and after, you know, I'm up to snuff. But for those, I'm just like, you know, I'm like, yeah, it's before, you know, like before my my cognizant, you know.
I wasn't alive when this came out, so I'm
right type of thing. No, I'm just like it's like going backwards.
Yeah, the 3DS is 3DS.
It's like going backwards. What?
Logan was jaded as a child as well.
We got the N64 now, man. Super Mario 64. No, but yeah. So
I think is that the last comment?
I think that's it. I actually want to make this podcast go long. I want it to be the first ever 2-hour long.
Oh man, podcast. Guys, I'm so sorry.
It's close.
It is very close, very close. Whoops. I want to keep.
I like that. I like that though, because it's like, I mean, conversations didn't die. It wasn't a thing, and especially since like this is our first time like communicating, like long form.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's a good thing. It's a good sign.
Yeah, we're clicking. It's good. So yeah, like it's really natural. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, there's so many times where I could have gone on about something and talked about it more, but it's like I know that I need to move on, so I just like stop cold.
Right.
It's like this can't be a 3-hour long podcast.
I need to stop it. Like I was aiming for like, oh, it's probably reasonable if it's like an hour and a half, because I like checked out your other ones.
Right.
But oops.
Yeah. I mean,
no. It's good because some of them are actually too short. We have like a 47-minute one here, 50-minute one here. Yeah, but it's good when everybody's engaging and we're all having a conversation. Just let it flow naturally.
We've never gotten the complaint that a podcast is too long. It's always this is too short. So this is a good thing.
Great.
And especially since most people, I would say, listen on like podcast services, so they want background noise anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So plus, like there's like little gems that you don't get like throughout the week. Like you won't hear about stories and high school experiences through a scripted video.
Yeah, you would have never.
Unless we don't like
about Logan's most embarrassing moment.
Unless we're like running through like a tangent of a story in a video, like for a joke setup or whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure. But
I want Logan's top 10 most embarrassing moments now.
Oh my goodness, that'll come in a video. That'll be a video, yes. And I'll script that out, and then we'll put it out.
Give me a shout out.
I'll consult on that.
You say give you a shout out,
and I'll say this one was way more embarrassing than that. It will be a top 20 by the time I get to it.
Jess, I will definitely give you a shout out in the next video, and I will give you guys a shout out. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening and being contributing to the questions and the comments. Thank you guys so very much. Are we at 2 hours yet? No, clock's still running. Okay, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
You forgot stuff. There's stuff that we need to do.
We're getting to that. We're getting to that.
Okay.
And
all right.
Be sure to check in every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for videos, and Saturdays just like this for podcast episodes. And as always,
okay, you shouldn't have did it like that, because I wanted to give Jess background so she understands the stupid thing that's about to come out of my mouth and why it's about to happen.
Do I need to be scared?
No.
Okay.
So
be very afraid.
And also, Logan skipped a step, because I knew he would. So every episode, there's 2 stupid things that happen at the end. My final thoughts on the podcast, which is always something pretty much unrelated completely to the podcast. It's like, it's usually related in some way to like a deeper thought, but it's like I butcher it and make it as stupid as possible. So that's the context for that. So Logan, we're gonna act as if you didn't just forget how to host.
I just fumbled the ball. Oh jeez.
So yeah, just do that. I mean, we're keeping this in. I'm not saying edit this out. This is fine. Goodness. It's fine. You know, you want it to be 2 hours. This is going to help it be 2 hours. So just act as if you didn't do that whole spiel.
Okay. Sure you'll be just like, okay, we're just like picking up the ball up where we left off.
Yeah, and it's still going to be in the podcast. Everybody's hearing everything that we're saying right now.
Okay, cool. So fourth of all, AJ's stupid. All right. Okay, so yeah, and AJ, what are your final thoughts, even though I don't care?
Well, you just asked me, so thank you for caring, Logan.
Well, no, I'm asking because some viewers might care, even though they're delusional for being so.
Okay, but, here's my thoughts. Everybody, pay attention. Take notes. Everybody, you got your pen and paper out. All right. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, cause you might get confused and only count 2 times as many chickens. Because once they hatch, you have 2 shells, but 1 chicken.
Yes, guys. I think the moral of the podcast episode here is wash your socks.
Yeah,
and I think that's what it comes down to.
We should let Jess do the as always. We should let her do that. That's even more like, it's not as always, because this is the first time she's ever been on the podcast.
Right. No. She's been like our secret boardroom
she's been the one that writes the as always.
Right, exactly. She just writes the whole podcast. Like, everything that people think is like just off the cuff is actually written by her.
Yeah. So as always is, I mean, I basically just explained it. It's just a random sign off thing that we never actually said before. My favorite of them is we're like, as always, and I said, yes, I want sauce with that. And then Logan said something else, and then we cut the podcast off. So that's the context on that. So Logan,
thank you.
Do your thing.
I was really confused. I was like, is this normal? Is this going somewhere? What's happening here?
I'm gonna alley oop it to you, Jess. Okay, I'm gonna say as always. You can just blur it out, whatever comes to mind. Okay. All right. As always,
I'm thoroughly confused.
You speak for the viewers on that. All right, goodbye.
And don't forget what I told you before. That is, subscribe and check out Jess's channel. Okay?
Thank you. See you there.
You see you there. Come on, 2 minutes, guys. We can do 2 more minutes.
Oh my God, yeah. I was gonna say, are you guys intentionally dragging it on and just saying weird things?
I am intentionally dragging it. I literally want this. Okay, guys, for the viewers, this is the credits. If you don't want to skip it, you can walk out the movie theater. I want it to be 2 hours long, just because.
Yeah, if you don't want to see that extra 1 minute thing after the Marvel credits, you can leave.
The post credit scene. Yeah, right. This is the post credit scene.
Exactly. So everything's over. It's wrapped up. Everybody's home. The kids, the popcorn's cleaned up. This is just random.
All right. So all the smucks that left, they're not going to know Logan's real, true, embarrassing moment.
Yeah, let's go.
Logan is an idiot.
That's not embarrassing. That's every day. No, I'm joking. Man, I just live.
So what did you guys eat for breakfast?
McDonald's pancakes.
Yo, that's lit.
I had a monster, and then I had a breakfast sandwich, sausage, egg, and cheese.
From McDonald's?
And no, I had it at work.
Oh.
And then Speaking of that, Starbucks has some pretty good stuff too, as far as like their coffee. That's like pretty good. Like they got like
this is I mean, we're usually kind of we're reasonably random.
So this follow me on Twitter at Jess Adele. It's Jess with 3 S's, no E at the end of Adele.
Go do it.
There you go. So follow us on Twitter.
Beautiful.
And
we're almost there. We're almost at it. Are we going to cut it at exactly?
Oh my God!
No, hold on, wait. We keep going.
We got 10 seconds.
Hey guys, I don't drink coffee.
You don't drink coffee?
Same. Or energy drinks or anything like that.
Same.
Try. Oh, yeah.
Happy New Year!
I guess I'm the one.
Wow!
All right, goodbye.
Yes,
Cut it.
Yes. 2 hours. All right. If you're still here. No, if you guys are still here, you guys are the real freaking dedicated viewers. And AJ has left, so I can finally talk crap about him behind his back. He sucks, and he's dumb.
You do that all the time anyway, though. What are you talking about?
Jess is right. Jess, are you still here? Are you still recording?
Hi. Yes.
Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, so, So I stole AJ money, but I'm never going to give it. Anyway, let's stop recording then. Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
AJ's talking about. He's talking in my headphones and he doesn't know. All right, bye.
Bye.